That's Wait, can you hear me now? Thank you, fish. Okay, what you can hear now? What's up, Paul? Well, if you guys can hear me, good. I'm going to talk about FSKon or answer any of your questions I have for it while I am continuing the process of working in my office. Yeah. I hope that's it. All right. Well, okay, good. Whoever told me to get a haircut, shut up, because I was probably really busy, so shut up. I'll get one when I feel like it. I don't feel like it. Not yet. Anyway. But I will get it. Eventually. So, what does he have in his hands? I have in my hand this fishing line. Fishing line indeed. But FSKon, y'all, it is coming up. And it is September 16th through the 18th. Friday night is a nice little get together. We're going to have 5-Star Fridays. We're going to have the Geeks Council and some other guests. There you go, Jeremy. What's up, Brad? What's up, J man? See if I can get this thing. Ooh. Oh. We got that going on this. Oh, not this Friday, but it is happening September 16th and 17th. And Friday night will be 5-Star Fridays crossover with Geeks Council again. So that would be Ryan Robinson, Tony Clapper, Fish Lee, me, Tesla, Dakota, Adam, Midori should all be there for that event. And Fridays is going to be like a 2-hour stream. Catch up on all the geek stuff that we've been missing out on having conversations on. Getting amped and excited for FSKon, all that good jazz. And then if you're hanging out with us in the audience live, you get to hang out with us in the audience. It'll be at Comic Town. Then after that, we're going to go to Hound Dogs, hang out, get some food, some of the best pizza in Columbus. And that'll be that evening. Let's see here. Okay, I will, Paul. We needed you tonight on 5-star. There was some smiggity smack talk. See, I was hoping they would be respectful. Oh wow. Yeah, Fish went there with us last year. But again, I just jumped into the conversation. Updates. We are just waiting on, I think the last thing we're waiting on right now is bookmarks, the metal bookmarks from Green Zone and Vigilance Kickstarter. And Tony told me that today we should be getting those here in about a week. And then we're going to start shipping. I believe. Oh wait, I got one more book to get. One more book that is on its way. But shipping's gonna go out soon on those Kickstarter projects. Like I said, we're just waiting for the last bit of stuff to get here so we can start shipping. Yes, but Hound Dog Pizza is excellent. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's real good. That's Friday night, y'all. That's Friday we're going to be doing. And then I know I got a couple people crashing at my house during the event. And then Saturday is the big day. What the hell are you doing? I'm looping up some fishing line because I'm going to hang up my the Millennium Falcon tonight. See how that works out. I saved pieces of the room to do as stress relievers, as power down moments for the night. Been pretty busy here at the Watson residence. Moving, setting up, working, all that jazz. Check these questions out or comments. Fish said Lord of the Rings is trash. I'm not hanging up. I will be eventually hanging up Spider-Man, but not yet. I haven't figured out what the interaction is going to be for the Spider-Man figures yet. So they will go up. But there'll be some remodeling with those figures. And this dude said he was respectful as a kid. How hard is it to be respectful to the greatest trilogy of all time? The greatest trilogy of all time, which is soon to not only be the greatest trilogy of all time, but also the greatest TV show of all time. It's not hard, Fish. Respect the champions. All right, so Saturday is going to be a huge day. I'm probably going to announce our food truck dispenser this weekend and our DJ this weekend. And then Saturday, starting bright early, 10 a.m., we have our, I covered it up, jeez. Hold on. Let me get this loop made because the millennium cannot fall. Cannot fall at all. Heartbreak. It's millennium. Fail. Get one more chord made. Longest trilogy of all time. Wow, that's terrible. Will we have a Danger Quick panel at the con for his new potential contract? Yeah, we may talk about Danger Quick may have a little panel time talk about his 2 projects that he has worked on for Freestyle Comics this year. But our first panel is Kahoot Trivia, which is a goodie. So we'll be doing Kahoot Trivia, and that will feature the FSK Elite members. And see which FSK Elite member knows the most about FSK. And Danger Quick is hosting that one. So that'll be a good time. Oh no, that's Friday night. I'm sorry. Skip that. That's Friday night. My apologies. Saturday. I thought I'd be able to see this from where I was working at. Well, that should be good to get me started on I lost it. I got it. All right, we got 2, 3, 4, 5 loops here. All right, Andrew, good. So first off, we're gonna start with FSK Day 2022 Family Edition. Introduction of the freestyle comics team. Introduce you guys to letting you guys know who our new members are for the year, and things like that. We've expanded. We'll be doing a silent auction throughout the whole day, so that'll be open as soon as the convention's open. We'll have photo opportunities with our cosplayers and some props for you, so you can take pictures with the cosplayers. But our first panel, cracking off at 10:45 a.m., is Making and Destroying Worlds. Amani is going to be hosting that. Brian J. Lambert, Venezia, Jeremy, Robert, and Ted Sakur are going to be on that panel. And basically, this is just the writers' finesse. Making and Destroying Worlds. How writers create worlds, how writers destroy worlds, coming up with characters. How do you make these things live and breathe and whatnot? So a lot of good feedback with some very talented writers, because several writers on the panel aren't just making worlds for one comic book. They're making worlds for multitudes of books that are joined together in a single universe, and writing books and stories for other people besides themselves. So they should have a lot of insight and feedback on that subject. So I would bring your pad and paper and get ready to learn something cool, something good. What's the next panel after that? Oh, all right. The next panel after that is And Then, a very, very popular panel that we've done for the last 3 years. that people have enjoyed severely. Basically, let's see. Basically, we have a bunch of co-writers. Which once I get done with this one, I will. Oh, that freaking fishing line disappears. There we go. Basically, it is story time. We get together some of the hottest writers in the community, and they have to create a story right there on the spot in that panel, using some FSK characters and some other things that we'll throw in there. And as they're telling the story, um, when they say "and then," like "hey," and then, or when Robert went to the store, he went and kicked the ball, and then they have to pass it off to the next panelist, and they have to continue the story where they left off. Dana Morgan will be hosting that one. Daisy Quick, Lawrence James King, Robert Jeffrey, Morgan Iverson, Charlie McKelvey will all be in on that panel. So that's going to be a good one. That's a classic one that we do. This year, we want to show them a little bit new. We're going to have a video game tournament there for kiddos, doing a video game contest. And our next panel, which will be hosted by Danny Cooper, Danny Quick, Olivia Marie Thomas, LaShawn Colvin, Morgan Iverson. I think we got a few more people on this panel. And don't worry, I will be releasing the names and stuff for everybody on the panel. Carla Vindicated. The Carla panel has been one of our most popular panels that we've done at the show. It is very fun, in case you are unaware of the Carla panel. Carla is a very big character in the Hot Shot series. She is Hot Shot's girlfriend. And Hot Shot is trying to win her back. That sure doesn't feel too scary. I'll say that is. I'm just trying to win her back. We've been having these discussions because it is a constant online argument, if you see my timeline, of whether Mike is right, aka Hotshot, or Carla. Mike or Carla is correct, which creates some very awesome conversation. We decided to turn to a panel, and the panel gets pretty heated. But this time, someone who has been against Carla has written a story featuring Carla this year, and I can't wait to see what his take is on it now. Can't wait to see what his take is on it. And it's Carla Vindicated because this is the first time in a minute since we've released new content featuring Carla to give a bit more information on her story and her ties into the Top Shot universe. I think so. Looking forward to that one very much. Be prepared and be warned. Morgan Iverson hates Carla. He hates her so bad. I think Morgan was hurt in real life so much. This is how much he hates Carla. We may ask him about that on the panel. But we normally get a good mix of people for Carla and against Carla. It's a great discussion. Awesome, good time. Then after that, we have streamers of the online community. So we're going to be talking about streaming games, streaming podcasts, streaming in general, how to get into it. How do you stay successful? How do you stay relevant? All that good stuff. If you want to know about streaming and how to break into it, that's going to be a panel for you to jump into. A lot of good panelists on there are streamers right now. I consider myself a streamer, but I'm part-time. There are streamers who are in this full-time, and they are incredible with their setups and what they do, how they entertain their people. They do work 7 days a week streaming, clocking in and out. This is a very interesting topic, and a lot of our kids, a lot of our youth right now. Would love to break into gaming and streaming. There's a lot of money to be made with it, but I tell you what, one thing it ain't for everybody. You definitely have to be a very talented, creative individual to be a successful streamer. And I'm not saying that I am, because I'm not. I have a lot to learn when it comes to it. But streaming is a full time gig. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's not easy, but it's not. I'll give you those names here. Say first. Let's see, streaming. We got Moana McAdams hosting that. Michael Young coming on. Brittany Anderson, Midori, Rodney Fike, Phoenicia, Charlie McElvey jumping on that for streamers and online communities. And not just streaming though, but also like online communities, hence the name of it. Your social media and your engagement with them and things like that. I would be down for the story panel. All right, Fish. Remind me, I got room for you on there too. What platform will be used for the panel? Zoom, OBS. Jeremy, we're using Restream. And that's it. I love OBS and I love that it's free, but it's super complicated, man. I can't Zoom. I can't with OBS. I really wish I had the time to learn it, but I do not. Okay. And then, because this panel will be a little bit, it might run over. FSK Now 2023. That's our panel, baby. That's the Freestyle Comics panel. That's where we will be announcing our new books, our new story arcs, any big signage that we have. Like last year, we announced Charlie, Fish, Alyssa, and Tony Clapper coming to FSK. That was crazy, right? That was crazy. But we have some announcements. We got some big ones, so don't worry. The excitement will be there. Absolutely, it will be there. Yeah. So, how did I miss? How did I miss? It's crazy. But yeah, big announcements. Big announcements coming from the FSK panel. Also, books we have coming out this year. Oh, got it around my neck. So, you're definitely going to want to be there for that panel. Tune in, listen up, because we got a lot going on. That Lady Shadow be playing tricks on you, baby. Absolutely playing tricks on you. Light and the reaching over here. If we come this way. There we go. There we go. Okay, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. No, let's see what we got here. Oh gosh. Oh, okay, Jeremy. All right, the next up we got The Business of Making Comics. Charlie McElvey will be hosting that one. Benicia, Andre Batts, Lonzo Starr, LaShawn Coven, Ted Sakura, Travis Gibb. They'll all be on that panel. And this comics is a business. All right. And it is the people that we have on the panel are very successful at that business. Besides just the fact that they put out books, they are managing people underneath them. They are hitting multiple titles. They have multiple Kickstarters underneath them. Their wings are spreading. They're good at marketing. They're good at pitching. They're good at promotions. They're managing all types of ships, and bringing in the dollars. So you definitely want to listen to this crew of people that are talking about the business of making comic books. And then I have special guest doing a little poetry slam performance, Geronimo. He'll be in the building doing that to close us out for the night. Sunday, making a story flow. Michael Young will be the host. Danny D. Quick will be on that. Brian J. Lambert, Jeremy Roden, Brittany Anderson, Ted Sakura, Kyron Silva. And this is just talking about how writers make story flow and how they write with editors. Making a story work and, how to make that story seem genuine. How to make that story seem real. Basically breathing life into the book. Social media impact is our next one. Fantastic Frankie will be hosting that one. Ryan Robinson's on there, Ray McKenzie, Lonzo Starr, Jeremy Roden, Benicia, and Alyssa Sanchez. And we're going to talk about how does social media impact you and your brand for making comics and promoting yourself, which is something that we all can take notes on. Hey, yo, Geronimo. Hey, I just speak of the devil. I just said Geronimo's closing us out with some poetry on Saturday, doing a little poetry slam. And then Geronimo pops in on the Facebook Live. It's like it's meant to be. All right, next one. This is a little fun one. Anime versus comics. This is a constant debate, constant discussion I always see online. And you know what? I said, fuck it, let's have it. Let's talk about it at the show. Tony Clapper will host this one. Olivia Marie Thomas, Brian J. Lambert, Lawrence King, Brittany Anderson, Kyra Silva, and Fish Lee on this panel. And we're going to be talking about which is better. Which one sells more? Why? What's selling more now? How does the other one outsell the other one? What is the one doing versus what the other one's doing? Anime, comics. And when I'm speaking anime, I'm talking about manga. My apologies. Next one. Seeing you in media equals success in the real world. That was hosted by Fantastic Frankie. Ryan Robinson, Dana Morgan, Ray McKenzie, Andre Batts, Midori, and LaShawn Coleman's on them. And basically, do you see yourself in media today? Do you see a representation of yourself in comics and anime and manga and movies and video games and televisions and comic strip? Do you see a version of yourself there? And does that help you see success? Something that I've done or talked about in a few schools is like, if kids of color and other races that aren't the mainstream saw themselves more in these mediums, I feel like they would be more successful. I feel like if they saw themselves as superheroes, as cops, as firefighters, as lawyers, as doctors, as heroes, or even villains and things like that, subconsciously that seeing themselves do these great things or seeing a version of themselves doing these great things would pour off on them into their real life. It would be more convincing for them to believe they can do more things because they've seen someone who looks like them do things. So I think it's a very good topic for discussion, which is why I added to the roster. And we're going to talk about that. I want to see what other people think about that because I think it's important. I think it's absolutely important. And it helps. I think it helps them a lot, and more than what the average person would think it would. And I know it's simple. And just because you see somebody web slinging or soaring through the sky or shooting out the glass does not mean I'm going to get A's in math, but it could. Thank you, Moana. See, believe, and achieve. She gets it. Women, where are we and what's next? And speaking, it's like Moana heard the conversation, came over. She'll be hosting this panel. She'll be joined by Olivia, Dana, Brittany, LaShawn, Lori Foster, and Venetia. And we're going to be talking about where women are today in mainstream media, in our geek culture. And what's next. Because women, whether you're fans of it or not, have taken over the MCU. What you got to say about that? So what's next? What's next? What else has to be done? What else should be done? Um, you know, there's a lot of there's a lot more women in leading roles in comics, in video games, in movies, in TV shows, and it's like, have they reached the mountaintop? Have women found the success level that they've been asking for? And does it stop there, or is there still work to be done? So another great conversation with a lot of great ladies on that panel. Looking forward to that one. And our last one is uh, cosplay today. How far has cosplay come, and where it can and continue to go? Huge cosplay fan, absolutely love it. That'll be hosted by Michael Young and Dana, Brittany, Olivia, Marcy Land, Monolay, and Faye. Fee will be on there talking about them all cosplayers who do cosplay, who travel and do cosplay and things like that. Some of people do it part time, other people do it full time. So a wonderful conversation should be had in there, and that'll be hosted by Michael Young in the second. And that's low key our panels of adventures right now that we're doing for this thing. This is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Looking forward to it very much so. Bring the kids, bring the family. Kids are going to have a goodie bag that we'll be giving away with some awesome little stuff in there for the kiddos. We have 15 people coming. Let's see, 15 people are in the building. Who? I put that on the Freestyle Comics page. Let's see. Nope, it's on the FSK page. I put them on the event page. Let's see. Because we will be, like I said, we are there physical and we are there virtual. And let's just go ahead and take a look at this thing right quick. All right. We got Olivia coming there. She'll be live in person with her company, Build a Body. She's also a cosplayer as well. We got Midori. She co-hosts the show formerly known as Agents of the Nerdy. She is a big-time cosplayer and an illustrator and a streamer. Danny Cooper, editor-in-chief at Freestyle Comics, also one of our head letterer and script writer. He's writing scripts for a couple of our books as well. He will be there in the building. Fee, cosplayer, actor, singer. She's doing all types of stuff. She'll be holding it down there, representing as one of our cosplayers. Fish Lee is going to be driving down. He's come down to kick it with us. He's an all-around artist talent. The man does every job on comic books. His book Green Zone rocketed out of imagination onto the pages with a great number one issue that we'll soon be delivering to you guys right now. And I've seen issue number 2. It's done. Looks good, and we're on to issue number 3. So we're probably going to get those out to you guys before the end of this year with another Kickstarter to close this out. But Fish will be in there. Geronimo coming down to kick with us. Massive talent, artist, tattooist, poet, rapper. He does it all. Renaissance man out here. He'll be coming down. He'll be doing a lot of performance for us with some poetry. Monolay will be joining us in the building. She's been helping FSK out with a lot of stuff. She is another one of our cosplayers, our actual OG Vigilance cosplayer. She's been helping us get some of the media and food trucks and stuff like that out there. So she'll be kicking it out there as Vigilance as well. Marcy, who is our head cosplayer, she'll be in the building as a cosplayer. But she's also a builder. She's out here making a living building sets, props, costumes, all that good stuff while cosplaying on the side as well. Marcy helps us out a ton at Freestyle Comics. She does more than at our shows and our events. She comes up and helps run the table and things like that as well. And he's your boy. Your boy Mike Watson, I'll be in the building. Publisher of Freestyle Comics, most epic, and I do a lot of stuff. I wear a lot of hats, and I will be wearing a lot of hats this weekend of this event. But I'll be there, champion on FSKon. Ryan Robinson making his table premiere at FSKon. Fantastic artist, does incredible work. He'll be going out there selling his art for the first time at FSKon. So, big round up for Ryan Robinson. This will be his first show. Show him all the love out there, y'all. Tessa's been with FSK for a while. She's been doing the internship program with us and assisting. She's moved over kind of like the media portion of FSK, helping us with that as our intern. But she's also a fantastic artist on her own right. Right now, she's at CCAD, getting her degree in the arts and working on that stuff, learning more about animation, learning more about 3D printing, computer graphics, and stuff like that. She helps us out a ton, but she'll be there featured with her arts on the sale. So be sure to check her out. Tony Clapper in the building, everybody. Tony Clapper will be holding it down with us. Creator, writer of Five Star. He'll be in there holding it down with us. He's also become in this last year, 2 years, podcaster. And with his show, Five Star Fridays, which he's also got Ryan and Fish on that show with him as well. Avid toy collector. And the man loves wrestling. He's been stepping up for us, handling getting things posted onto our website for our merch and stuff like that. And Fish, Tony will be out there, so come kick it with him and hang out. Table premiere, yes, yes. And then we have Venetia. She is a massive streaming talent. I love her streaming setup. She kills it. She does it multiple days, like 5 or 6 days a week. But she also has a comic book that's up to, I want to say 13 issues, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. But I know she's got more than 10. She just did a Kickstarter for it, so I'm waiting to get my books from her. But she'll be there in person. She was just going to be virtual, but she heard that we had tables and we were setting up. And she was like, I'm not that far away. I'm coming. I was very excited to have her come down and kick it and hang out with us. And Freestyle Comics on the heart of FSK, Veronica Smith. Colorist, editor, quicker fixer, picker upper. Veronica does it all. And we absolutely love Veronica. Where would FSK be without her? I don't know, and I don't want to think about it. But she'll be in the building with us. Her book will be premiering. Veronica had these shorts that she was working on called Hot Shot and Friends that we were putting in cipher, but it became a life of its own, and we put it in its own book. She also wrote some shorts with Hot Shot and Friends for the interns to do that we put in there. So Veronica will have her own feature book, Hot Shot and Friends, one shot at FSKon for the first time. That's going to be really, really cool. Excited to premiere that with Veronica. So those are the people that are going to be here live for the show. Everybody else is going to be virtual. Danny Quick was going to be coming out here, but he's unable to. Life happens, and we're going to miss him. We were really looking forward to having him come up here with us and whatnot. He was bringing Morgan and I and the fam, but things happen. But he will be there with us virtually. So this event's going to be big, y'all. It's going to be big. It gets a little bit bigger every year that we do it. I'm extremely looking forward to it. I'm excited by it. I can't wait to get it popping. And so, what up, Ryan? I know, Fish. I know. I was sad too. He broke the news to me today. He broke the news to me today, man. It made me sad, but it happens. But yeah, I just want to come online. I want to talk about the panels and stuff that we're having, give you guys a little bit more insight to that as what's going on to the show. It's going to be a fun show. It's going to be a good one. I'll be announcing our food truck and DJ this weekend, and continue to share it, put it out there, because there's no limit to this. Let's get as many people in the door as we can there, and also let's get as many people kicking in and watching this virtually as possible. So that's all I got. I will check y'all later. Thanks for coming out with me and hanging out for this a little bit to learn a little bit more about the show. Of course, we're going to be dropping more information and all that jazz. Here's our event page. What's up? Here's our event page, which I meant to put in there earlier. Please go to the event page and say you're going, because you can go, because you can go virtually and you can go in person. Check that event page out. We're dropping updates on that event page and things like that. Pass it around, let people know, man. This is if you know somebody that's trying to get into comics, somebody's trying to get into streaming and gaming, this is the show for them. If you know people that are trying to just that want to see comic books that are great, that are at their core. There's no boardroom, there's no committee we have to answer to. We are just making these books because we love comic books. We're making these books from our heart and our soul. We're telling stories that we want to tell, and we're not doing diversity hires or trying to force that content in there, because we all live in the world where everyone exists, and we want to tell those stories. And those are the stories that we're telling, and it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keeps saying, stop taking old characters and race swapping them or gender swapping them. Let's make new characters. I've got a studio filled with new characters. Freestyle Comics, 12 titles, over 32 comic books, all new characters. You have the ability to jump on right now and come check them out and jump on with the number one issues. And there's enough of our content to keep you occupied for a while without feeling smothered by 75 years to 100 years of backlog history, because all our stuff is current. You can get all our stuff at your pace. We've got issue numbers not only for our individual titles, but we got an overall branching issue number, chapter number to help you keep track of what books you're reading, for you to get more of the fanfare in there. So that's all I got. Like I said, guys and girls, check this out. Hit our event page, September 16th through the 18th. We'll also be at Sneaker Fest this month. We're also going to be at Cincinnati Comic Expo this year as well. So come scoop us, come check us out. That's all I got.